This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2025 Sunset Trail. This is going to be a how-to video. I'm going to show you some of the features and how they work, okay? So we'll go to the door side rear. And you have power stabilizer jacks here. One switch controls both rear. Okay. And one controls both front. Okay. Here we have a outside kitchen, and basically you pull it out here, and you have to, your griddle, you have to, it has to be plugged in. So if you look down here, there's a male fitting, and then if you look down here, there's a female quick connect fitting for the LP system. So you use this line here. Whoops, you use this line here and connect it to the quick connect fittings, and that's how you get LP to the griddle. Okay, and then you have an outside refrigerator, of course. All right. Outside speakers. This is just power, and this is TV signal out here. Okay. We go a little further. You have a power awning with LED strip. Okay, and this is your front stabilizer switch. Like I said, one switch controls both front, another switch controls both rear. This is your pass-through storage. So you have a dump hose kit here. You have your coil here, coiled sprayer. And of course, this is your hitch. It's a Husky centerline hitch with weight distribution, built-in sway control. Okay. You have two LP tanks. You have your power tongue jack here, up and down, and a light here also. Your Deep Cycle Marine battery is here, and this is the kill switch for the battery right here. So you can turn it on and off when you need to. You don't have to disconnect the cable. You can just turn it off. Okay, so this is your water here. Now, your city water hookup is the most common way to get water to the trailer, okay? Now, if you're camping someplace that doesn't have city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank right here. You can use the onboard pump to pump the water. So even if you don't have city water, you still can use all the plumbing, okay? And this is a black tank flush here, so you just hook the fresh water to the dump station onto here, and you're all set. Like it says here though, don't turn the water on unless you have the dump valve in the open position, so make sure you have it in the open position, okay? Of course, this is the drain for your fresh water here, that white gate valve there. And these are your black and gray tank.
The exit door.
Okay.
Wasn't cleaning the front window.
And I'm going to have to go around the other side to show it to you. So as I walk around here to get to the back, this behind here are your hookups for your campground cable or your satellite hookups, things like that. This is a spray port, a quick connect for that coiled sprayer that I showed you. Okay. Also, you have a ladder, which makes it easy to inspect the roof. The manufacturer states every 90 days the roof should be inspected, so make sure you take care of that. Somebody needs to look around to make sure there's no damage to it or no places for water to get through. It's just a routine inspection. You have a 50 amp service here, so you have a 50 amp short cord, plus we give you an adapter to adapt it down to a 30. Okay. On-demand water. So on-demand hot water. So this is the master switch here, so that's on. So you're going to have it on, obviously. When you're put in storage or away for the winter, you can shut it off, but in this case it's on. Okay. And I'll show you the controls when we get inside too. So also, if we look up, there's a housing up there in the middle at the top. That's showing us that it's pre-wired for a Furrion backup camera kit if you're interested. So you can always purchase one of those. We sell them here, or you can get them elsewhere. But it'll just help you see behind you when you're backing up, and you can also keep it on when you're going down the road, that sort of thing. Okay? So, this is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. It should always be green like it is. If it's not, get it serviced, okay? It's too important to just ignore, so make sure you keep after that. They don't generally go bad, but you never know, so just make sure it's... It also has a button you can push to test it audibly also, so you can do that. So here we have your slide out switches, your power awning switch, never leave the awning out unattended. We have lights here. You have your water pump right there that we talked about. That's to pump water out of the fresh water tank if you don't have city water. You also use that to winterize the trailer. You have tank heaters on this, so you can turn this on and extend your camping season. It heats up all of your tanks, your holding tanks, and so you can stay out longer and go out earlier in the season. And then of course you're checking your levels, your battery, fresh water, gray, black, so on and so forth, okay? When it comes to your thermostat, it's self-explanatory. You just push the button till the mode lights up, and then you just turn it to select the mode you want and the temperature you want, okay? Here we have your TVs obviously going. This is not just a regular TV. It has 2 speaker zones inside and outside the trailer, 1 and 2. AM or FM radio, excuse me, just FM radio. You have Bluetooth, HDMI on the front and the rear, and you can charge USB or whatever you need to do off of that also. So you have that. The fireplace is also a space heater, so you can select the 2 on fan speeds, low and high, and of course off. And then you have you can change the pictures of or the color of the crystals and that sort of thing. So you can do that, customize it how you want it. Okay, your keys are hanging right here. Okay. Microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood fan and light. So it's a light and a fan. And then you have your, I don't know if you've got the gas on here, so let's see. If not, I'll just talk you through it. This is the sparkler. You turn this clockwise, and then you're going to select and turn it clockwise and light it. That's all. The oven's a little different. It has a pilot light down here, all the way at the back. You can see it sparking back there. So you're going to go to the last knob, which is the oven knob. You go to the picture of the flame and depress it. You keep it depressed during the whole lighting. You're going to spark this till the oven lights down here. Once it lights, you hold this for another, 10 or 15 seconds to heat up the thermocouple. Then you're going to go to operating temperature. When you after you're done using it, you obviously you shut it off. The flame goes out, but the pilot light also goes out. So you're going to have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. And you're always going to travel with this closed. Never close it with hot burners, but when you're traveling, you want it closed, okay? And here is your literature and remotes. I can feel your fireplace remote and your TV remote. Okay. Refrigerator is a 12-volt DC refrigerator, so it runs on 12-volt DC, which is great. Everything that can run on 12-volt DC in an RV does. Some things have to be AC, like the air conditioner or the microwave, things like that, but everything else is DC. This is the power converter here. So what this does is converts AC to DC power. So when you're plugged into shore power, you've got 120 AC at these circuit breakers here, and they're all labeled. These are just like you have at home. And then the power is converted over here to 12-volt DC. So you've got 12-volt DC fuses, and they're all labeled, right? So it converts AC to DC. It's also a battery tender, so as long as you're plugged in, it's going to sense how much energy your battery up on the tongue has and needs, and it'll send as many amps necessary to keep it charged. Of course, when you're pulling it down the road, your tow vehicle is going to charge the battery also. So keep that in mind. Okay. You have a cooler here for beverages. Your table, you can drop it down and turn it into a bed if you need to. Of course, these are theater seats here, or recliners. Alrighty. Your smoke detector. Now, let's see. So you have this is all self-explanatory. Works like any other sink and shower. The toilet is typical of an RV toilet in that it sits right over a black tank, and it's got a flush pedal. So you get to the campground, it's already, your black tank is already empty because you dumped it last time wherever you left the last campground. So it's empty. So you got to have water and chemical in it. You can't run it dry. So after you hook up your trailer with power and water, you come in here, you'll put a dose of chemical in the bowl, you'll step on the flush pedal and hold it down so that at least a gallon of water goes into the tank below along with the chemical. You can use more than a gallon of water, not less. More is better, so think a gallon plus and then the chemical, okay? So anytime you have an empty black tank, you start off with chemical and water. This is a GFCI here. You'll see a few of them in the trailer. A lot of the plugs are just regular duplex plugs, but they're still wired through the GFCI. So if you have a regular plug and it goes out, you're still going to look for a GFCI to reset. Okay, now let me see if let me look at this quick, see if we got the pump turned on right now so I can show you this. Yes, it's on. So this is your on-demand hot water. So we're going to light it up here if we can. There we go. It's set to 124. It's usually 120, so let me put it there. So it's 120 degrees is where it's going to stay. This button just changes it from Celsius to Fahrenheit. So right now we got 120 and it's on. So I turn on the hot water. Let me pull that up. Turn on the hot water. And you look at it, so it's igniting. You can see the things start to happen here. Pretty soon a flame will appear as it lights. I hope that the gas is turned on. If not, I'll have to go out there and do it for you. Oh, there it goes. So there goes the flame. So now the temperature's going up. You can see 101, 102, 16, 18. So it'll keep going up till you hit 120, 111, and it'll stay at 120. So it's gonna put out non-stop 120 degree water. You can change that by these arrows. You can put it down to 115 or wherever you want to put it. So anytime you turn on a hot water, whether it's the kitchen sink, the shower, the vanity, you're going to get on-demand, non-stop hot water, okay? I'm going to shut it off. That's the best thing about the new trailers. No more 6-gallon showers. Where you just got enough water to get wet and not to rinse off. So we have a second air conditioner up here. That's why it's a 50 amp system. So this is great. On those days where you really need AC up here, this will really, really do the trick. Okay, you have another TV hookup here, and this is a backer plate. You can feel it back there, so you can put a bracket here and hang a TV. You have a closet where you can hang clothes and stuff. Emergency exit, which all of them have it. It goes like this. You probably know this, but it goes like this. Then you push the window all the way through. You grab a hold of this tab, pull the screen out, and you can go out in an emergency. You can escape. If there's any kids or anybody who needs to know that, please show them that. And there's a little bit of storage under the bed. You just pull it up. Okay? Fire extinguisher. So I think we're all set now. I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National. Oh, let me do one more thing for you. We talked about pre-wire. It had a pre-wire backup camera. This is another pre-wire here. You can scan this code to look at their products. It says 4G here, but most people aren't interested in that. It's the public Wi-Fi that they're interested in. It's a public Wi-Fi booster. There will be a plate on the roof where an antenna goes, and then a router will fit right here. And you can use it as a public Wi-Fi booster. So you can log on to all the phones will automatically log onto the router, and someone in their browser can log the router onto the public Wi-Fi, and you get a much stronger signal. So if your family uses a lot of public Wi-Fi, you might want to be interested in that. Like I said, it's a pre-wire kit. You can look into it if you're interested, okay? Okay, so I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. Please remember to inspect the roof every 90 days, looking for damaged by, let's say, low branches or cracking at the sealant where water could get through. You're just inspecting it to make sure everything's okay, all right? And right now the antifreeze is purged from the system, replaced with fresh water, so you're all set for the summer, okay? Thank you very much.